Well, CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro joins us now to talk more about this. So, Aaron, we've been seeing and hearing a shifting rationale as well as what an endgame could possibly look like from the White House, from advocates, from the Secretary of State, from the Defense Secretary. So what is the Trump administration now saying? I mean, it almost sounded as if in recent days the president was looking for an off-ramp. You had Senator Josh Hawley saying, you know what, they should just declare victory now and bring everybody home because we're all starting to feel the pain at the pump.
Yeah, he told our colleague Weijia Zhang that the war would be, quote, very complete soon. But he said on Monday that this operation began because he believed that Iran was going to strike U.S. targets within 3 days. And that was on February 28 when this operation began. No other U.S. leader or Israeli leader are making those same claims. And pressed on that by our colleague Nancy Cortez, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that the president is, quote, not making this up, that this was based on intelligence that he had received. But it certainly complicates what the administration has pointed to as their rationale, as Secretary of State Marco Rubio has previously said this was a sort of proactive attack in anticipation of Iran striking Israel. In terms of the endgame, Leavitt was also pressed yesterday on if unconditional surrender, if President Trump declaring the end of this war is tied to a substantial regime change. She said while that would be in the interest of the United States, she did not explicitly say it was. Lawmakers from both sides of the political aisle on Capitol Hill are pushing back. South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, a foreign policy hawk, an ally of President Trump, essentially questioned why the U.S. would get into this war, would start this operation, if it did not result in a substantial regime change. Meanwhile, Democrats in the Senate, after military briefings, are questioning why the White House chose to get into this war in the first place. Take a listen to what they said on Capitol Hill.
There's no way you can say you won this war with an Ayatollah in charge. No way you can say that. If anybody like him is in charge, we've degraded their capability, but we have not gone to the source of evil.
It is concerning, it is disturbing, and I'm not sure what the end game is or what their plans are. They certainly have not made their case.
Americans don't want this war. Americans are sick and tired of forever wars, and there's no timeline here, no seeming end game, no strategy for what success is.
On the timeline, Leavitt told reporters yesterday that the U.S. is ahead of schedule on that 4 to 6 week initial timeline that they had at the beginning of this operation, but again reiterated that it is President Trump's final call on when this war ends, at least from the U.S.'s side.
So, Aaron, the president has not ruled out American troops on the ground in Iran. Any new news there?
That has remained consistent. Leavitt said the president would not rule it out as an option. He told the New York Post earlier this week, though, that at the moment he does not believe that they are necessary. And in that interview with 60 Minutes, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth took that same position, saying that publicly revealing when you're going to put boots on the ground would not be strategically wise for the U.S., but again, reiterating that there are no plans right now, that there are no covert forces in Iran at this moment. But while this possibility of boots on the ground does linger, I'll note that of the 50,000 or so American troops in the Middle East, the Pentagon released numbers that 140 service members have been wounded in the first 10 days of this war with Iran. So war is certainly impacting any soldier on a base in the region already.
All right, Aaron Navarro, thank you so much.